need with me?
Oh, hello. My name is Jonathan Weston. I am the founder of Wanderland. Today I'm going to answer the question, what should I bring camping or to Wanderland? One of the most important parts of being out in the woods and enjoying your day is bringing the right stuff. And bringing the right stuff means not too much, not too little, but just what you need. Many folks that come to Wanderland have never gone camping before, and that's what it was set up for. It was set up for folks that probably live in a big city, grew up not out in the woods, to have a place where they could go and comfortably enjoy the outdoors. So today we're going to talk about what you should bring. The answer to that question can be set up around the 5 C's of survivability. What are the 5 C's? 1. Cutting tools to manufacture needed items and to process food. 2. Cover elements to create a microclimate of protection from the elements. 3. Combustion devices for creating fires needed not only to preserve and cook food, but also to make medicines and provide needed warmth. 4. Containers to carry water over distances or to protect the food that you have. 5. Cordage for bindings and other uses throughout the forest. Primarily, you use the 5 C's to help you control your core temperature, make sure that you're comfortable, and they're there for convenience sake. There are also elements that are very hard to manufacture in the woods when you get there. So you'd want to bring what you can instead of having to make what you need. So that's the principle around having these 5 C's at your pack. One of the most important things to bring with you to Wanderland is a first aid kit in your book bag. I appreciate all the things that are in here. They could save your life if we ever came to that, but make sure that you're always doing the responsible thing, and that is having a first aid kit. Okay, number 1, let's start with cutlery or cutting tools. What this is you can't find a knife in the woods. You can't cut things. I mean, you probably can't. Some of us can go out and find a rock of some sort and sharpen it against another rock and blah blah blah. However, you probably shouldn't try to do that. Best for you to just bring a knife or an axe or something like that. What I usually do, I'm going to bring a knife like this one. I usually wear that wherever I am. I'm going to bring this with me pretty much wherever I'm going in the woods. I'm going to have a knife of some sort. But I also like to have with me a hatchet on the camping trip. I usually bring one. You don't need anything too fancy. It's just helpful when you are cutting sticks or anything like that. You don't always have to use your single blade of your knife, but it does help if you have it available to bring a little hatchet, go chop you some wood, have everything set up there for your fire. So cutlery is very important to your day in the woods. So bring a knife of some sort, bring a hatchet if you can get one. Covering includes anything that's going to protect your body from the elements. That includes your shelter, your clothes, your shoes, etc. So, depending on the season, you'll have to be aware of whatever temperature that you're comfortable with. Some folks are more cold sensitive or hot sensitive than others. So be aware of who you are and how you feel at night. Look at the weather before you come to make sure that you understand what you need to be prepared for, whether it be rain or any other condition that's out there. But make sure that your covering is taken care of. At Wanderland, we have tents, teepees, geometric domes, yurts, Kenyan birdhouses. We have all kinds of stuff that we're building out there. So you may be able to use one of our shelters, just let us know. Or we can set your tent up for you. Again, just let us know and we'll get it together. If you want to set up your tent, we have several locations and spaces already assembled with some flat areas so that you have an easy place to set up your tent. As far as clothing goes, it starts with your feet. Make sure that you are wearing you're wearing boots that you can see yourself in for a couple days. Comfortable or durable. Nothing too heavy, not a working boot, but really a hiking boot that's set up for up and down dirt and mountains and things like that. So make sure that you have that in mind. Clothing needs to be comfortable camping weather, depending on camping gear, set up for the weather that you plan to be in. So make sure that you're, again, aware of the weather. Next, your sleeping bag. Now this is your choice on how and your thickness and things like that. Make sure you have a sleeping bag that's appropriate for the elements that you're going into. Some days at Wanderland it's going to be very, very cold, and some days it'll be pretty warm at night. So just make sure you look at the weather again and make sure that you're prepared. What else on covering? A hat's always good. Glasses are always good. Anything that's going to protect you out in the woods. One more thing when it came to covering, bring some bug spray. Next, we're going to talk about combustion and lighting. What do I mean by that? So you're going to see on television, folks sometimes want to, have a stick and they rub it together and they make a fire. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun, I'll tell you. But you should definitely also bring a book of matches or a lighter. That I would definitely suggest to you. If you've never gone out in the woods and started a fire with just rubbing two sticks together, bring some matches. It's harder than it looks, but you can do it. Practice, all that good stuff. But bring some matches. On the combustion front, it's always also good to have some sort of lantern. So a lantern's great. It'll be a consistent way. You'll want to go around in the woods at night. This is a great way of it's a great companion to have at your camping ground. Also a headlamp. A lot of folks like these, enjoy these. Kind of takes away the some of the edge of having to go out and, like I said, at night walking around. Bring your headlamp. It'll make your day a lot easier. And that's it on combustion. Okay, containers. All right, a container in this section of the sea, it's anything that's you're gonna cook in and on. I usually bring these little things here. They flatten down, so they're really easy to carry. But let's see how it goes here. They flatten down like so, and booyah. So you have that. All right, and then you use it, and now you got a cup. Isn't that fantastic? Also, you'll want to bring just like a little kit with some plates and forks and stuff like that. Just work with your partners, and always make sure you bring a set of silverware of some sort so that you can eat on. Also, with containers, you'll want to bring something that you'll be able to bring water in. Don't bring a whole bunch of water. And I don't say that to say don't bring enough water for you to drink. Certainly bring water you're comfortable with, but don't load yourself down with water, because you will have to tote that through the woods. But I like to at least have a bladder bag full of water. There is water available on the camping grounds. We will have 5-gallon jugs at each one of the camping locations, so you'll be able to have access to that. So there is water out there for you to drink and use at every one of your camping sites. You will have 5 gallons there, and if you need more, you'll be able to ask for it, and we'll bring some more out to you. Okay. As far as containers go, that might be it. We're going to talk about cordage next. And what is cordage? Cordage is any sort of cable that's going to help. It's just string, rope, some sort. You don't necessarily need this when you come to Wanderland if you're going to come and stay an afternoon or a day. But if you have room in your bag and you can get your hands on some cord, you may not need this much, but throw some in your bag. You never know when you need it. It's supportive when you're doing things like maybe your tent needs an extra cord to be able to pull this way or that way and something breaks. It's just always good to have some cord on hand. So cordage, of the 5 things for Wanderland, if you're not going to be out there for quite some time and you're not trying to go too primitive, you may be able to skip a little bit on the cordage, but you might want to bring some. Imagine if you, let's just say your shoestring breaks, anything could happen in the woods, and trust me, your day would go a lot better with a shoestring versus not. So if you have some cordage, bring it with you. Talked a lot about what you will be bringing. You'll need to put it in something, and you'll need to put it in your backpack. Now there's lots of different types of packs. There are day packs and there are multi-day packs and all kinds of things like that. So depending on how long you're going to stay at Wanderland, if you're just going to go there for a night or two, cool, bring a very standard bag. But make sure you don't go too cheap on your sack. This is an important part and one of the most important tools that you can bring out there, because once you're toting all these things around, you will want a backpack that's not broken when you're in the middle of the woods. So be mindful of that. Don't break the bank on your backpack, but make sure that you don't go too cheap and you find yourself with a backpack failure in the middle of the woods, which really makes your life a lot more complicated and uncomfortable. An important part to remember is that you always want to bring what you can carry. And that includes all the things we described tonight, those 5 C's, plus your food. Now, you do not want to be in a situation where you can't comfortably carry all your things. You should be able to carry them in one trip. So make decisions in that light. You do not want to have to come to camp, go back to your vehicle, come to camp, go back to your vehicle several times. There are certain camping spots that you can do that though. And let's just talk about it. If that was your plan to bring a lot of things for, say, a party or something like that, let's talk about where you'd want to go on the campgrounds. And they're all listed with a level of difficulty to get to. So I want you to pay attention to that as you kind of make your decision about how you want to enjoy your day. Thank you for watching this video. We cannot wait to welcome you out to Wanderland. It's a special place to us, and we want you to be there, be safe, enjoy yourself, and make memories with you, your family, and your friends. Till next time, signing off.